Guys ready? Or they gonna wait on? First off, I'd like to just start by saying as an organization, our thoughts and prayers are with all those families affected by the tragedy that happened in New Orleans. I just hate to see that for anyone, and it's just hard to see what happened there. So we're praying for those families affected and for the city of New Orleans. Open it up for questions.
When it comes to the running game, what are some things you think you guys can do to get that groove heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, with our running game, what we can do to get it going is just staying with it and making sure we just sustain our blocks. I think it's just about how we finish on our blocks when we're on people. Can we stay attached and can we finish? Especially at the second level, can we, be on guys and finish the proper way, allowing for those run lanes to increase and our backs continue to hit it, playing fast. That'll help us in the run game.
Do you think Deontay Johnson has got enough work in that he could help you this week?
Yeah, Deontay will be out there this week.
What have you liked for him so far? I know it's been a very short time.
Yeah, Deontay, he's come in and he's put his head down and he's working hard to catch up with the playbook and the things that we're asking him to do. And again, this is really second day out practicing with us, so he's picking it up pretty fast. And we'll try to put him in situations where we can utilize him and utilize his strengths.
That particular loss last week, I know y'all turned the page, but what have you seen from the guys coming off of that, knowing, hey, we got one game here before it's postseason time, and just kind of the mindset of let's get it right quickly here?
And the mindset of our team, Randy, what I feel is renewed energy. Like, guys getting away for a minute, I feel renewed energy. I feel our guys are upbeat, excited about the opportunity to go up to Tennessee and play a really tough opponent. Our guys are in a really good spot, mentally, physically, and we're excited to just go and compete.
Feels like you have some options on the offensive line with guys getting healthier. How do you go about figuring out combinations this late in the season, maybe moving guys around or asking a guy to maybe do something he hasn't done before? What kind of goes into that decision-making?
Yeah, with our offensive line, just having Shaq out for the amount of time that he's been out, we'll continue to move guys around and see, what combination works best for us. So we'll see, different guys in different spots and still just trying to make sure we get our best guys out there to, help us. We play well when we play well up front on both sides of the football, right? Football is won always up front. And so we'll continue to mix guys up there, try to, solidify protection, run game, all those things. If those guys play well, everyone around them plays well.
Kind of determine how long your starters will be out there, or do you just make them play a majority of the game?
We'll see how the game goes.
Do you have a plan for Aziz coming back from the suspension? What maybe you want to see him with some of the guys that he hasn't been able to play with so far this year, maybe like Christian?
I want to see Aziz get back out there and play football. Right? It's been 3 weeks since he's been able to get out there and play, so it's just a matter of getting back out, hitting guys, getting used to hitting the ground again, getting up, making sure everything, is still – it takes reps, and real live reps. When you missed as much, the time that he's missed, you have to get that real live action, right? And that's what he needs, getting back to it. He's excited to get back out there and play for us, and we're excited to have him back. We've really missed his leadership, missed his communication, not only on the defensive side but for our entire team. So I'm fired up to have him back for us.
Coach, he's mentioned on social media having been able to talk to the NFL commissioner and others in the organization. What do you think about him going that route and what came about of it?
Yeah, I think Aziz, he's handled himself, really well throughout this entire suspension, and it's just a matter of, from my perspective, of making sure, he talks to the powers that be in the NFL so they can really truly understand who he is, as a man.
I know that this is probably a question that you're going to be asked again once the season is over.
Already, Sarge?
Well, I just, and it may be after, Super Bowl run. It could be Super Bowl.
Sounds better.
Right. But, heading into the last game of the regular season, you all have played a lot of football this season. You all have been through a lot of adversities, ups and downs with injuries and things like that. heading into this last game of the regular season, what have you learned about your team, and more importantly, what have you learned about yourself this season?
Great question there, man. I think the one thing I've learned about our team is, our guys, they continue to be tight. They continue to grow tighter as the season grows longer. Like, we've been at it longer than anybody with the Hall of Fame game, starting out earlier than everybody. So we've been going at football for a long time now. And I really like just the resolve of our team and how we've continued to grow and mature throughout the season, throughout the ups and downs, which happens to every team throughout a season. Like, I feel like our guys have handled that well, and they've rebounded, they've responded when things haven't gone the right way for us. We're learning how to win games in different ways and fashions. That's where we are. As a team, that's what it takes in this league to have that resilience, and that's what I think our team is. I've learned our team is tight. Our team has the resilience that they need to have to be a good team moving forward.
What about some of your younger players that, this is like their second or third year in the league? Some of them have to step up. I remember, in particular, what CJ has done as far as the leader is concerned, having a stellar rookie year, then going through some ups and downs in his sophomore year. But to just see him to be able to hold steadfast.
Going throughout the season, I think our young guys have, that second year is where you learn like what it truly takes to be a pro. And those things are not only on the field, but off the field. Like, what are you doing? How are you conducting yourself when you're away from the building? Like, what does it take? Preparation when you're here in the building. I think that second year, third year, that's when guys truly get, their routine of what truly works for them. And you have to lean on veteran guys, and you have to also just grow through it. Like, you have to make you have to hit some bumps along the road as a young player to understand like your routine. Like, we've all been there as young players, and you have to figure out that routine. It doesn't happen instantly, and you continue to grow and fine tune that routine of what works for you as you get further along in your career.
Individual accolade is not the most important thing, obviously, but last year Derek Singley was a Pro Bowl snub, pretty notable one. What do you think he's done this year to make a good case for that kind of distinction?
Stingley has played good ball for us. He's made a lot of plays, taking the ball away. I think people have recognized what he's able to do, around the league. I think he has the respect of his peers, coaches around the league. They see the growth. They see, how he's stepped up and took on some tough challenges throughout the year. So, he deserves whatever credit that he's getting. I think it matters most when it's coming from your peers and coaches around the league. People who are constantly watching film, diving in, and they know, how they truly know how guys are playing and, how they are helping their teams. And I think Stingley has earned that respect around the league. All good. See y'all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
last game can be a chance, last game of the regular season, to build some confidence, kind of hit some rhythm heading into the playoffs. What's your approach? How do you kind of view this last one?
Yeah, just want to end the season the right way, on a positive note. So, got to be ready to play and go up to Tennessee. And, that's a good defense up there. You have a lot of good players. So, we got to be in our A game and, try to end the season the right way.
What have you seen from Deontay Johnson, and you think he'll be able to help you guys at the end of the season?
Yeah, he's a really skilled route runner, very knowledgeable about the game, very eager, and motivated to play well, and that's something that I like, so, but just really a smooth route runner, catches the ball really easy, and I think he'll do just fine here, and I'm excited to work with him, and, we're building that connection.
How did you all meet? He mentioned you all met at a signing. Do you recall that meeting?
Yeah, we met last year after the season at a signing, and we just chopped it up there. I told him I was a big fan of his, loved his, his separation ability, in man coverage, he separates very easily, and, has a good feel for the game. I've seen that on film, so, it's true, even in person.
What's kind of been like the biggest lesson that you learned from this season after your second year?
I don't know. I really haven't, looked back. I just try to, as best as I can, look forward. And, I think after the season I'll be able to do that. But, yeah, there's a lot of things that, are different because it's a different year. This is life, things change. And, I feel like this year I learned a lot, just about myself and, my team and, just a bunch of things about just life. So, but I haven't really gone back to think about it too much.
CJ, what do you want to see? I know this weekend it's all about the team and you guys want to collectively play better, but DeMeco always talks about everybody individually has to raise their game. What do you want to see from yourself this week?
Just being myself, trying as best as I can to make plays, and that's, what my job is, and to get guys lined up, make sure guys are doing their job the right way, and, communicating well. So, yeah, those things, and, of course, throwing the pill. Just want to get back to, feeling good again. I feel like I'm body's getting better, so, that helps.
You mentioned after the last game you were a little banged up, and then maybe it kept you from making some plays here or there. Is there anything else you want to offer on that?
No. Yeah. It's the season, everybody's banged up.
Throughout training camp, you and Aziz got very close. How good is it to see him back on the field, and how were you able to be there for him as he went through, that 3-game suspension?
Yeah, it's great to have him back. I'm really, happy that he's back, and, I know he's very motivated to play, and, I'm excited for him. It's his former team, and he's able to, end the season the right way, going into the playoffs. So, he's a leader, and we need him around, and I think that's definitely going to help this team.
CJ, some of the teams that have already clinched playoff berths are resting players this week, but DeMeco has said that all you guys are going to play. Do you think it's important for you guys to get out there, try to get back on track before the playoffs start this week?
I can say that. It's DeMeco has a plan for us, and we got to trust his plan and go out there and and play. So I'm excited. It's a blessing to be able to go and play in this league whenever it is. So we're excited to play Tennessee, and probably more even excited to play in the playoffs. So, but I do think that this could help us.
You practice against him all year, and you see the top corners. Derek Singley Jr., the Pro Bowl, will come out this week, and last year's alternate. What do you think of his chance to earn that distinction and what he's done to prove himself?
Man, he's probably the best athlete I've been around in my life. Just ball skills, speed, strength, size. And just somebody who is I've seen just grow. As a player. But I'm just very happy for him. I think, especially just having this type of year before, I think he can renegotiate. So. I know he's about to get a bag, and I'm happy for him. He deserves it. So, yeah. But that's not his motivation, which is dope. It's just being elite at football, and I think he's gonna be great in this league for a long time.
Yeah, you got to experience January football last year, playoff time. What is it about when the calendar turns in January in the National Football League?
Yeah, it's a new season. It's a new excitement. You 0-0, and it's all about winning that week. And it's. And when you dumb it down, it's like, all right, if you get to win 4 more games, and that's it.
So of course it's not that easy, but you have to find a way to motivate yourself. But it's motivation, just being able to contend, and I think it's good for us, to realize, like, man, I know what's going on with, I don't know exactly what's being said, but we put ourselves in this position. It's not by chance, it's not by luck, it's not by other people. It's about us being a good football team, and I want my team to remember that. It's like, people are gonna talk. Simple and plain, and we're the ones out there playing, and we got into the playoffs by being a good football team, and we're gonna continue to be that. So, I'm excited, man. It's a new 0-0, and hopefully we get healthy going into there, and be able to play whoever we play here really tough, and hopefully get a win.
Your teammates have always mentioned like how competitive you are. You want to win everything. You're a perfectionist, things of that nature. But they've also said, like, in games, you know how to, like, not get too high, not to get too low. So how do you kind of channel that ultra competitiveness and keep it within that tube to want to compete but not get out of beside yourself? How do you kind of go about balancing that competitive drive but not allowing it to, like, make you play beyond out of yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I just say just be myself. I've been kind of this way my whole life. I've matured in a lot of ways in my life, both on and off the field. But I would say just failures have helped me realize, what is important to me. Trying things that I didn't like, doing things that I didn't like, and then learning from it on and off the field has helped me ultimately with just that. I guess that calmness that I have now, even in chaos, I guess. But yeah, I guess it's just trial and error, and that's why I try my best not to like duck hardness or duck things that are difficult in life, because ultimately the valleys teach you, humility. They teach you they teach you how to get up. And the Bible says that the righteous man falls down 7 times and he gets up, and just like Peter, I want to get up. So that's what I plan to do, and so that's how I feel like why I'm the way I am, and just being able to learn from my failures.
Take you off the field for a second. Is there a New Year's resolution for CJ Stroud?
I wouldn't. It's probably a lot. Man, I don't know. I've never really believed in New Year's resolutions. It's like I kind of started this a couple months ago, this journey. I started to just, really just locking back in with the Lord. It was, kind of in the lukewarm season, one foot in, one foot out. The Lord has helped me to get out of that. And so that's really my 2025 goal, is just be locked in with the Lord as much as possible, and, and fasting, praying, getting discipled, getting part of a church here in Houston, and which I've been able to do. So that's my 2025 goal, is just getting closer with the Lord. All right, thank you guys.